Greetings, class. It's going to be an overview of tools to present content. And specifically, we're going to be talking about creation of digital audio and video media. Again, this particular lesson isn't going to cover everything you need to know about these topics, but we're going to get into enough between this presentation and the resources that are available in our course online, along with the materials that are in the text and many of the journal articles I've assigned for this particular module, which, by the way, you'll also find posted on our course website, to get you off to a really good start. So let's take a look, see where we're headed. When this lesson is over, when you've completed all the activities associated with this lesson, you should be able to apply technology to solve an education or management related problem, or to enhance an education or management related task or experience. You should also be able to develop and publish web-based media or resources. And in particular, we're going to be dealing with those of a digital video and audio, with video and audio components. The objectives include discuss concepts related to the creation of applications in digital media / multimedia. Explain how technology can enhance personal or professional performance. Demonstrate the skills necessary to create applications, digital media, multimedia. Apply fair use and copyright guidelines. You'll see that that's repeated in some of these modules because we want you to get in the habit of always thinking about fair use and copyright guidelines as you post anything to presentations, audio, video, etc. And the same goes with implement accessibility guidelines and standards so that all users, including those with disabilities, have access to digital materials. Those are global kinds of objectives that we want you to continue to think about throughout the course and throughout your career. It's always best if you can make things accessible for multiple types of users. Being inclusive is always a good thing. A couple of articles that are posted up on the website that are of interest, I believe, to you. Use of a mobile device app for poster presentations and surgical education. And in this particular article, the authors discuss use of an app that allows the audience to view surgical techniques and research as 3D animations or video. And many times when you go to a conference, they'll offer information to participants through poster presentations. In the past, these were traditionally printed to paper and on display, and someone stood in front of the paper or foam board type display, and you were able to walk up and ask them questions about the research and have a more intimate discussion than when you just see a presentation done in a large room. So in this particular article, the authors of this article discuss a new application, augmented reality, the introduction of virtual content into the real world. Users see a live view of the world with virtual elements superimposed, according to the authors of this article, Atherton, Javed, Webster, and Hemington Gorse. To use the system that's described in this journal article, one would install Eurasma, which is an application, and connect to the web using a 3G or a Wi-Fi connection. So it's nice because it can work with 3G or Wi-Fi, giving you some portability as well. As we think about this module and the assignment associated with it, one of the questions that comes up when you're thinking about presenting using audio is, should you have just a single file that one might be able to download, or should you have a podcast? And podcasts, by definition, are really just audio files that are able to be downloaded and or streamed from the web so that you can avail yourself of the content. So in some cases, having a single audio file that you might send as an attachment, or that can be downloaded using a link, is adequate. So sometimes just a single file recorded using a digital audio recorder, an iPhone, or other mobile device may suffice. You can edit these types of audio files using a number of free programs, such as Audacity. If you want to regularly convey information using audio, setting up a really simple syndication feed or RSS feed may be in order. This allows your audience to subscribe to the feed and receive new updates as you make them available. So instead of you having to send them a link each time, if they subscribe to your feed, then whenever you post new content up there for them, they'll be able to avail themselves of that new content. So it's pretty cool. I've presented a number of times on the use of technology to facilitate feedback, and also on the use of podcasting for instructional purposes. In the next few slides, I would like to share some information that may be of use as an educator and also as a manager. We talked a little bit about a podcast and that it's a downloadable audio file, and from time to time you may also hear the term podcast used to describe a video file that you can also download or access online. There are likely millions of audio and video files out there on the web and available through social networking sites as well as media sharing sites like SlideShare. Really great podcasts can be subscribed to, or you may just wish to download a single episode. A couple that I really like are Grammar Girl, which fields questions dealing with grammar issues. And you can also avail yourself and your staff of respiratory care podcasts at the iTunes address listed on this slide. Another resource that I enjoy very much is iTunes University, and iTunes University offers high-quality instructional podcasts from universities and professors, many of which are available at no cost other than the time you invest in order to listen to them. A few years ago, I, along with a few great colleagues, conducted and published some research related to student and faculty perceptions of podcasting. And I've put a copy of this article up on our website for you. The article is entitled Podcasting as an Instructional Tool, Student and Faculty Perceptions, and it was published in the Journal of Instructional Delivery Systems back in 2009. The research was conducted as part of the activities related to our learning community. We had a learning community called Project CAT, Community Accessing Technology. That was the CAT part of it. And this project was partially funded by a $5,000 grant from the Ohio Learning Network and funds from the Beagley College of Education and the Patante College of Health and Human Services at YSU. The members of our learning community implemented pods that they created, and they implemented these in their classes. You can read all about it in the article posted again in our resources for this instructional module. Enjoy. So one of the questions you have to ask is, in regards to podcasts, or vodcasts if you will, why bother? I've utilized multimedia files to review materials with students and staff members and to provide feedback to students on projects, especially in online courses. In my experience, students have commented that they like the audio files. I suspect that being able to hear the tone of voice, they can often tell that even though changes are being requested or edits being suggested, that the overall assessment of their work is good. You can use various software to edit audio files. Audacity is an excellent and rather full-featured audio editing program that is available free of charge. And you can get it at the website that's listed there, http://audacity.sourceforge.net. If you want to export the audio files that you create using Audacity as MP3 files, and I suggest that that's a great format to use because no matter what system someone has, they can likely play MP3 files. You also want to download and install the lame MP3 encoder plugin. And once you do this, and there's instructions up there on the Audacity website, you only need to do it once for each computer system that you plan to use to export your audio files in the MP3 format. You can use audio and video media to provide directions for assignments and projects, and I've posted some examples of these up on our course website. Please avail yourself of them as you have time. These media are also great to add a personal touch to introductions and welcomes that might be offered online. Hearing someone's voice or seeing them talk and do a presentation can add a lot of personality to what might otherwise be perceived as a largely text and image kind of experience online. Video and audio files are invaluable for explaining courses or orienting students to courses, and these same applications would also be appropriate for orientation of staff members, as well as demonstrations of procedures of equipment and continuing education. One software program that I've used to make screencasts, and these are kind of movies that show the screen, you can hear someone talking and demoing things as though they're showing you around on a computer screen. One of the programs I've used a lot to do that is Camtasia, and you can use a free trial of that. I think it lasts for about 30 days. The academic price for Camtasia for Mac is about $75, while the Camtasia Studio for Windows is about $175. It includes a few other programs along with just the Camtasia program or the screen recorder program. Give it a try. It's really great software, and you can make a few screencasts. You can also publish these to a space up there called screencast.com. So you can present to a fair number of people using this free account through screencast.com for free. And of course they also offer some abilities to purchase additional bandwidth if you really get a large audience going for your screencast. You can also publish videos such as screencasts in other locations such as YouTube as well. So again, the question, why bother? Students and faculty may also wish to turn PowerPoint presentations into online media. Some advantages would be that someone doesn't have to have PowerPoint in order to listen to and view your slide presentation. I've used a program called Amatica for PowerPoint with very good success, great success if you will. This program delivers the media so that one does not need Microsoft PowerPoint to play it, and it also compresses the content of your presentation so that it's usually about 1/10 of the original size, making it a lot quicker to download and access or stream. You can also save the PowerPoint presentations to video using newer versions of Microsoft Office without any additional software, and they can also be published as video using AuthorStream. And I've posted some instructions on how to do this on our course website in this module as well. Really, there's a lot of different ways to do things, and it's a lot of fun trying them all. Modue allows you to add your voice to images and share these with others online. The cost is right, you do this for free, so you might want to give it a try at www.yodio.com or yodio.com. You can record on a computer system. You can also record these on the go using your mobile phone. And the website offers examples of many applications to business as well as educational use. So have at it. So in addition to feedback tools such as written comments, highlighting and inserting text in documents, email and messages, you might consider providing feedback using audio and video files. You can do this quite easily today using a variety of programs or publishing to social media sites such as Facebook. As you're going through the audio video assignment, and again that's located in the assessment folder of this module, consider the evaluation matrix in the technology tool belt for teaching. You can see various tables where they've taken many of these tools and some that perhaps we haven't mentioned in detail in the slideshow, but they've They go through them and they go through that matrix so that you can see the advantages, disadvantages, costs, and things associated with using various options to create resources, media resources such as audio and video files. So consult the scoring rubric in the module also to see how this assignment will be evaluated. And there are some examples of audio slideshows as well, screencasts in the module and actually throughout our course. Some of the content for this course has been delivered using screencasts as well as different audio and video files created using many of these tools that we're talking about here. So as you go through the assignment, consider the evaluation matrix again, consult the scoring rubric, check out those examples, then finally create your media, publish it, submit the assignment. As you're preparing for this assignment, you also might want to map out like a storyboard for yourself so that you make sure you hit all the different areas that you want to hit during your discussion. And as you might expect, there are a couple of discussion activities for this particular module. Describe what planning you would do in preparing to create your media resource, whether it be an audio or video file. And then another part to this particular discussion activity, explain the accessibility issues associated with the media you chose to create and share your plan to address them. And a second discussion activity, explain what impact the media you developed for this module might have on personal or professional performance. And as part of this, what makes you feel this is so? Look forward to reading your discussions. Enjoy the day. Bye.